The facts are coming out. The economy's going down. The job report numbers that came out last week sucked. So what did Trump, again, the cover of the Trends Journal, what did he do? Well, he fired that woman, right? Oh, this is the headline from Financial Times today, or actually for tomorrow's Financial Times. Donald Trump's attack on U.S. labor statistics agency spooks investors. President's decision to sack Bureau of Labor Statistics chief undermines faith in official data, economists warn. Yep. So he fired this woman from running the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now he's putting in his own propagandist into it. This is serious what's going on. And again, tariffs today, 250% tariff on pharmaceuticals. Again, I don't take any drugs, but a lot of people do. And this is serious. The economy's going down. We're going to be hit with dragflation. Oh, this is a story. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with senior security officials, official pieces of shit, on Tuesday, today, to hammer out Gaza war plans, and reportedly came out in favor of the military taking control of the entire enclave. Yep. Even if it meant that the remaining hostages would be harmed or executed by Hamas. And to make it 1,000% clear, when Hamas did this, I was totally opposed to it. And to make it 1,000,000,000% clear, the data came out, not from me, from Haaretz. Oh, in your Trends Journal, Cunter. Hey, Cunter, in your Trends Journal, right after it happened, when Hamas attacked, reported that the United States and Egypt had warned them it was going to happen. And then Haaretz and other Israeli newspapers reported the facts were there. They knew it was going to happen. They let it happen because when all else fails, they take it to war. There were 39 weeks of protest because of Netanyahu's Judicial Reform Act. Oh, but Cunter, you forgot that. Didn't you, Cunter? 39 weeks. Oh, Isaac Herzog, the president of Israel, called it a civil war.
Behind the battlefield headlines, America's economy is unraveling. Job losses in the retail sector have skyrocketed, up 249% year over year. Nearly 17,000 stores are expected to close in 2025, gutting a sector that makes up 70% of U.S. GDP. Credit card delinquencies and personal debt are climbing, signaling that American households are drowning. Trump's response? He just fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics for releasing weak job data, shaking investor confidence. This is no minor shakeup. It's a deliberate push to distort economic data ahead of the 2026 elections. Propaganda is replacing transparency.
That's right. A civil war was going on. As I say, when all else fails, they take you to war. So going on, that's exactly what they did. The meeting came amid multiple reports of rising tensions between the Prime Minister and IDF chief over the prospect of Israeli forces fully occupying the enclave. Hey, let's go back to the cover of the Trends Journal. You remember Trump, right? The swollen head. He's going to turn it into the Riviera. Yeah. Oh, and his son-in-law, Jared Kushner. Oh, that in your Trends Journal, Cunter. In your Trends Journal, Cunter, back in 2024, March. That's very valuable waterfront property. Yeah. And we'll move the Palestinians into the enclave desert, into the Negev desert. Yeah. So going on, back to your Trends Journal. The facts are coming out. The economy's going down. The job report numbers that came out last week sucked. So what did Trump, again, the cover of the Trends Journal, what did he do? Well, he fired that woman, right? Oh, this is the headline from Financial Times today, or actually for tomorrow's Financial Times. Donald Trump's attack on U.S. labor statistics agency spooks investors. President's decision to sack Bureau of Labor Statistics chief undermines faith in official data, economists warn. Yep. So he fired this woman from running the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now he's putting in his own propagandist into it. This is serious what's going on. And again, tariffs today, 250% tariff on pharmaceuticals. Again, I don't take any drugs, but a lot of people do. And this is serious. The economy's going down. We're going to be hit with dragflation.
Trump isn't stopping at job stats. He's slapping 250% tariffs on pharmaceuticals, potentially raising healthcare costs for millions. But the biggest threat is what comes next. Pressure on the Fed to slash interest rates. Lower rates mean a weaker U.S. dollar. As the dollar falls, inflation rises, and confidence in American markets crumbles. Investors are already responding. Gold surged to nearly $2,380 an ounce. Trump's economic policies are pushing the U.S. into stagflation, declining growth with soaring prices. His moves may rally political support in the short term, but long term, they risk undermining the dollar as a global currency.
Declining economic growth and rising inflation. The Federal Reserve is going to lower interest rates. And remember, the lower interest rates go, the deeper the dollar falls. And the deeper the dollar falls, the higher gold prices rise. And what did you have today? Well, the markets are down because they're concerned about what's going on with Trump. Gold went up about $6 and change. What is it, about $3,300, almost $80 an ounce? Yeah. And you know we've been bullish on gold. Last year's top trend, golden year for gold, went up, 27%? It's up about another 27% this year. Bitcoin is down. It's trading around $113,000. It's down $7,000 from its high, but it's way up. And we still remain very bullish on it because the Trump team is in it. His family, his friends, political politicians, and all the crypto people that gave him over $100 million for his campaign and tens of millions of dollars for his inauguration. And what else we got here? Again, about the more bad, this is part of the economic update. More bad job times ahead. Well, Trump fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics for reporting lousy job numbers. We wonder if he will attack Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, who reported last Thursday that the U.S. retail sector cut 80,467 jobs from January to July of this year. It was a 249% spike in job losses compared to the same time last year. We go on and keep noting more and more data here, but what's very important, and this is another number here, that the number of store closures, if you type in, this comes from AI Overview, retail store closures in 2025 is projected to reach approximately 17,000. There's going to be about 7,000 new store openings. So they're down 8,000 stores. Retail is very important because 70% of America's GDP is consumer-based.
As the financial system frays, smart money is pouring into gold and Bitcoin. Gold is up 27% year to date, matching last year's rally. Bitcoin, while down slightly from its peak, still hovers around $113,000. Trump insiders, including his family and political allies, are reportedly deeply invested in crypto. Over $100 million in campaign funds have come from crypto players. Why? Because the dollar's days look numbered. Investors are preparing for a shift away from fiat currencies and toward hard assets. And if the Fed caves to political pressure and starts printing again, gold could hit record highs.
And now you're looking at the people going broke. Oh, and the delinquency numbers came out today too. Credit card delinquencies, debt levels are going up. So there's going to be tough times ahead. Trump is going to push Powell to lower interest rates. The lower interest rates go, the deeper the dollar falls. Period, paragraph. So what else do we have in your Trends Journal? For job report halts U.S. dollar comeback. That's right, the dollar was going up, now it's going down. The deeper the dollar goes, the higher gold prices go. Despite record prices, demand for gold is still climbing. Glut of U.S. vacant apartments. We got a whole spotlight housing market update, where it's going, what to expect, and what you might want to do. Again, you think for yourself. We don't give financial advice. U.S. factory activity contracted dramatically in July. Now remember, the tariffs are supposed to bring up manufacturing, but it's going to take time to do it. And again, I know people don't like me because I approve tariffs, but I want to bring manufacturing back to America. Again, you see it the way you want, we see it the way we want. And former senior Israeli security officials argue that Gaza war is being dragged on for political reasons, right? These are coming from senior Israeli people. And Biden, Trump, Greenberg, iceberg, what's the difference? Netanyahu is keeping it going because he wants to stay in office. Netanyahu sees polls slipping among Israelis, again, as he's planning a full occupation of Gaza. That was the point from the beginning. They bombed this place into ruin. Where is the outrage? Cunter.
Two wars are escalating, Ukraine versus Russia and Israel versus Hamas. Ukraine has begun striking key Russian terminals and may target a nuclear plant, raising false flag concerns. In the Middle East, the risk of a broader regional war grows. If the U.S. and Israel strike Iran, oil prices could skyrocket. Currently, Brent crude is down to $67 a barrel due to overproduction by OPEC nations tied to U.S. deals. But geopolitical escalation could reverse that in an instant. A surprise strike, false flag, or nuclear mishap could send global markets into chaos. The world stands on a razor's edge.
Greg Cunter, little fucking prick, tells me to watch my language when he goes after me and calls the Trends Journal magazine propaganda. Little scumbag fuck. There's no magazine in the world that could compare to this magazine, for the grand total of $3.59 a week. So all you people that are listening, subscribe. We're giving you everything we can that nobody else is giving you, even close to it. Trendsjournal.com. The more subscribers we have, the more we could do to change the future in a positive way. And remember, we're going to have a peace and freedom rally, Cunter, up here in Kingston on September 27th. The Four Corners of Freedom. Judge Napolitano and Scott Ritter so far are going to start at 2 o'clock. And what else we have here? Featured guest articles by John and Nisha Whitehead. You ready? The new gulag, mental health detentions, and criminalization of dissent. That's right. You dissent, and you got little pieces of shit like the clowns running the show and others that like to swallow shit. Hate you because you won't swallow their shit. Gregory Mannarino, you got to see this one. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac with trillions in bad debt may be getting a backdoor bailout soon. And it's very important to read this article because when they get the bailout, you're going to see the changes that are going to happen. Trends in Technocracy by the guy that knows technocracy more than anybody that I know, you know, or anybody knows. And if anybody knows more, let me know, because this is one of his books, Be Human. Look at the size of this thing. Go to Amazon, Joe Duran, you'll get this technocracy stuff. Again, we update it every week. And what else do we have?
Behind the chaos lies a pattern. Failing economies, manipulated statistics, escalating wars, all serving political ends. Whistleblowers, former security officials, and trend analysts warn of deeper agendas. Media narratives suppress dissent while corporate interests profit. From manipulated job reports to looming financial bailouts of entities like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the public is kept in the dark. Yet those paying attention, gold buyers, crypto holders, independent analysts see the signs. The truth? We are entering an era of engineered crises. The question is no longer if, but when the system breaks. and whether you're prepared when it does.
Perfumes, lotions disrupt body's natural shield against toxic chemicals. So keep buying that shit and put it on your body. That's an article by Dr. Joseph Mercola. And again, trends in technocracy, trends in geopolitics. So Ukraine striking Russian terminals over there. We said this was going to happen. Ukraine's going to ramp up the war. They may also strike a nuclear power plant in Russia. The Ukraine war and the Israel war are going to ramp up. Oil prices are down because OPEC plus the Arab nations, the Kuwait, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, they all made deals with the Trump and his Trump team. So they're putting out more supply of oil, even though demand is down. And that's brought oil prices down to like $67.67 a barrel for Brent crude. You don't put out more supply when demand is down. So oil prices could go back up when and if Israel and the United States attack Iran, and when Ukraine ramps up this war. And they're going to do it, again, a nuclear power plant, a false flag. So you got to watch out what's going on there.